Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Saturday, May 23rd, 2015. Here in the Lynn-Body-Mind, Ra and Asha are here. In the Jamie Body-Mind, we have Paul. In the last several days, we've just had way too much contact with Planet Crazy. The energy flow is constricted. We see that. And this is really hindering the work, and we see that as well. So we have the intention to do what is ours to do to get the energy flowing, get the work back on track, get this work up and out of the ditch, moving forward again in all dimensions right now to trigger the awakening right now. And with that, it begins. My focus is brought to the oneness chakra, and how this doesn't seem to be about our team, although I could be having that wrong. It seems to be about the bigger spheres in which we're moving or working right now, and the oneness chakra is sad and misshapen.
That's true.
So
saggy on one side.
And there's almost a detour in it, almost as if to go around something that, well, that we don't want to deal with. Who among us hasn't done this? Me too. So I'm not looking down my nose at these dimensions.
That's true.
Goodness gracious. So, however, it needs focus, and it isn't going to go away. Avoiding and denying things doesn't make them go away. It just renders us helpless to deal with it effectively.
It's true.
So we just straighten this up structurally, straightening up the oneness chakra structurally to actually deal with what's here for us to do.
That's true.
And when we do that, it makes it easier to get this vertical alignment open, wider. We see this, it's been like pencil thin flow of energy is the best we've been able to accomplish in all the hours that we've been working on it so far today.
That's true.
But now this helps it widen the flow, at least down to this oneness chakra. Interesting. Okay. So let's have the intention to find the heart chakra of these levels of dimensions, which seem to be really big and high.
Crank the big crank.
Crank the big crank. Let's get to the right size, having the intention to be able to look down onto the tops of the heads, having the intention to overshoot, not undershoot, and maybe we'll be able to get there and maybe we won't, and that's okay. What matters is to intend to excel.
That's true.
And do it like we mean it.
That's true.
Not looking for excuses for failure, but looking for opportunities to excel.
That's true.
Now the energy is flowing down to the heart.
That's true. That's true. Feeling the heart chakra, big heart chakra.
And again, straightening and aligning. Now I noticed what I noticed at the oneness chakra, and I didn't speak to it, and so let's get it here at the heart chakra with the intention to get it at the oneness chakra as well. Is that the back of the heart is in worse shape than the front.
That's true.
And the back of the oneness chakra was in worse shape than the front.
That's true.
So to open the backs of both of them for these big dimensions, whatever this represents. Again, cranking the crank bigger, bigger. And now my suspicion is those targets that we were working with are now too close together. So we're asking Asha and Radio to show us the newer, farther, distant dots or targets that we can aim for. And Asha, help me just like push the channel. Bing, thank you. And now lower, is anybody willing to help me just push the channel? Bing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Zap, 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 stretching longer, merging more deeply, more deeply, more deeply with this layer of levels.
That's true.
Seeing again the messages of the carrots who only grow so deep because the water only goes so deep, and this is a drought. We're in a subtropical area that's been in a drought for 30 plus years, to the point that people don't even consider it to be a drought anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
asking for beings of the light who know exactly what to do, desperately want the awakening to occur, already have your channels up, already stretching target to target, intending to stay that way.
That's true.
Come in right now and help us.
That's true.
Ooh, there is some support. Refreshing the awareness of the assignment. The assignment for today's session is to get the energy flow going like it needs to be going.
That's true.
To undo the damage that has been incurred by the required interactions with Planet Crazy, having to do with distributing learning materials into this benighted world.
That's true.
So that people can do something to help themselves before they check out.
That's true.
At least they'll have something to say in their post-life conference other than,
That's true.
Get something into some people's hands.
That's true.
So that they have a chance of doing something, turning around and heading in the right direction before checkout comes.
That's true.
Now, to repair the damage this does to these energy bodies, and therefore to the assignment, which actually matters most. The work itself matters most.
That's true.
For this greater presence,
Big,
huge presence, whoever this is, whatever this is, intending to get the vertical flow going. It comes down a little bit better. It hits the future chakra, and there's a dissipation. Yes.
True.
So to now work with the future chakra, merging, deepening the merge with this big presence. We can only heal what we can sustain and merge with, being
That's true.
being the big presence.
That's true.
Being willing to be the vessel.
The future chakra, it feels like there are false floors. At first I thought, wow, how weird and shallow. And then I realized there's like a covering, and then another covering, then another covering, and another covering. Boom, 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 boom.
Just removing them all. And we see again the Silk Road outpost, and perhaps that's the assignment, is just to be the portal and let these beings move through us into the physical dimension in deeper subatomic levels. It's possible.
That is possible.
So we're willing. You cannot stay here.
No.
We have made that mistake too many times. We've tested that theory too many times. It has a universal fail rate.
That's true, we've proved it.
Well, it has a universal fail rate, and so the presumption is that you won't be any different than all the others who came before you, because they also look good, smelled good, blah 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 blah.
That's true.
So you can't stay here unless something remarkable changes that. Our working theory is you cannot stay here, but you can move through here into the subatomic levels that are subatomic to Earth and its environs, this whole dimension that these physical presences occupy.
That's true.
You can move through us.
That is true.
And you see our teammates, Black Wolf, Matilda, Ed, Fritz down there. You see them waving.
That's true.
Ed and Fritz don't look pleased with this plan. Here's the deal, guys. If it's our responsibility to do it and we don't do it, we start to shrink and become small and misshapen. You've certainly seen small and misshapen energy bodies.
Yeah, they're nodding.
Why don't you just try it, and it could be a disaster, and you can always back up and correct it, but to not try it doesn't seem right.
Okay, we're willing to try it.
Okay.
We're willing to try it.
And we can do our part perfectly, and those who are passing through us might mess up. But that doesn't mean that we were wrong in giving them the opportunity.
Yeah, they're nodding.
Okay.
I feel okay with that.
Okay. And so this might create a mess that we have to clean up. Oh well, if we don't do it, that's the worst possible thing we can do to hurt ourselves. How else could we hurt ourselves more? I can't think of a way.
Yeah, they're nodding.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so we all give you the green light not to stay in our bodies, or Eds and Fritzes, or Black Wolves and Matildas, but to pass through on your own way to find subatomic places in which you can make a difference. And we strongly highlight the fact that this is not about snatching bodies. That is illegal on so many levels.
That's true. Here's the documentation.
This is about accepting responsibility for the lives, accepting the soul plans that already exist, supporting physical presences and living their soul plans.
That's true.
Being the light at their back, being the angel at their back, being the large, big non-physical presence supporting them to live their soul plan. This doesn't mean enabling them to have a nice, comfy, cushy life.
That's true.
It means supporting them to step up and into their greatness. Now, almost always they don't appreciate it.
That's true. That doesn't change the job.
It doesn't change the job.
That's true.
And you can pass through us.
That's true.
The assignment is to get into the physical dimension.
That is super true.
The assignment is to get into the physical dimension and to support physical presences in living their soul plans. Therefore, to manifest the divine plan throughout all the physical dimensions. And that's another way of saying trigger the awakening.
That's true.
It's all the ways of saying the same thing.
That's true.
Well, not all the ways. There are many ways of saying that.
That's
Those
true.
are some ways.
These are some options.
Right.
That's true. That's true. I hear footsteps.
I hear footsteps.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot, and I don't care. Our
That's
point
true.
is not to listen to footsteps.
That's
Our
true.
point, that's irrelevant. What difference does it make? Did you just hear what I just said to Ed and Fritz?
Yeah, that's true. Sorry.
What are you doing?
God. Focusing on the wrong thing.
Totally on the wrong thing.
That's true.
Wow.
That's true.
Okay, so find that error, focusing on the wrong thing, which was the lesson of the run, the assignment on the run this morning.
That's true.
Was a discussion of how focusing on the wrong thing can mess up someone,
That's true.
cause them to quit before they begin.
That's true.
Whereas focusing on the right thing can cause someone to keep going,
That's true.
to look for reasons to succeed rather than excuses to fail.
That's true. Drawing it up for me and everyone in this level. Merging, 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 merging.
Can you see how what you were doing was looking for excuses to fail?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's draw up, sending up as air bubbles, looking for excuses to fail.
That's true.
Releasing that river. Things are opening up. There's more
That's
energy
true.
flowing.
That's true.
So let's merge with Garth.
That's true.
Merge with Garth. Spin with us, Garth. Merging with Garth. Maybe we haven't been merged enough with Garth.
That's
Maybe
true.
that has been what's part of what has caused Garth to be struggling and part of what's caused us to be struggling. It's possible,
That's
right?
possible. That's
Very
true.
possible. Let's take it as the working theory that one of our foci for the day needs to be to increase the merge with Garth.
That's true.
Well, the Lynn-Body-Mind thinks that's an awesome idea.
That's true.
Like the body-mind itself kind of like heaves a sigh of relief with that idea being on the table.
That's true.
And has the oh thank God kind of feeling of finally you noticed.
God. That's
Interesting. All right. All right. We can focus
Can
on
do
that.
that.
We can do that.
true. Can do that.
We can support Garth.
That's true.
That's what we can do.
That's true.
Maybe that'll get us back on track. Maybe that'll get us back on track. Okay.
Can do that.
Why are we noticing the bays? The bays are something that belong, desirable,
That's true.
and it was, and they have a big problem. The bay tree blight is huge. It's a huge problem for bays in Florida. It's a huge problem.
That is true.
And these have overcome it. They look healthy.
They do.
It's about choice, though, because that's the assignment today. The assignment today so far has been about choice, choosing.
That's true.
What are we choosing to look for? Are we choosing to look for reasons to fail? In which case you can find them.
That's true.
Or are you choosing to look for reasons to succeed? In which case you can find them.
That's true.
Thank you, Bays, for choosing to look for reasons to succeed.
Thank you.
Have they really? Or have they just... Are they on the... I don't know. Are they in the in-between? They might be in the in-between of... You know how, like, some people say that they're committed, but what they really are is open to the idea of becoming committed.
That's true.
It's kind of how these bay trees are. They're open to the idea of becoming committed.
That's true.
Which is better than most.
Yeah. That's true.
Which is better than most. Well, that's clearly a message. So game theory would say it's a message about the levels in which we're working right now,
That's true.
that they're open to the idea of becoming committed.
And that does feel true.
All right. Now let's close. So we get it, that you're open to the idea of becoming committed. Boom! There. Once more. So let's tune to that.
That's true.
Open to the idea of becoming committed. And again, open
That's
to the
true.
idea of becoming committed. That opens up some flow.
That's true.